what I'm going to do to get things started is I'm going to call the Dartmouth Planning Board meeting of July 29th to order. It is 7:04, so with a roll call vote. Kevin Estes,
Here.
Margaret Sweet.
Yeah.
Kevin Mello here. So the main reason for getting together today is because
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, you have to mention that it's being recorded.
Thank you. For everyone that's watching, tonight's meeting is being recorded.
Thank you.
Thank you. So the main reason for tonight's meeting is the DPW has this on our work, and with vacations the next 3 or 4 weeks, we did not want to delay their project. So I asked Ross to reach out to you for the sole purpose of this one agenda item so that we can keep them moving. So I do see that Tim Barber is on. If he'd like to give us the rundown on this.
Sure. Good evening. Thanks for having us.
Thank
and,
you.
Rescheduling the meeting. So I'm sorry. So basically, we've been going through the process of evaluating the entire water system, and Weston and Sampson had recommended a number of capital items. This is the first item on our capital, is to upgrade the 579 OS Road water treatment facility with a contact pipe loop or a 4-log system to provide contact time for the treatment chemicals before they get out to the public, and that allows us to better protect from any bacteria or anything, and that'll allow us to turn back a couple of wells on that have been off for a couple of years due to a bacteria issue. And then we're also proposing the installation of I think it's a 30-foot diameter backwash water storage tank with a 16 by 16 pump house attached to the back of the building on the existing asphalt area.
Okay. Any questions about it? I mean, everyone's had the site plan. This is not a public access site, and it is shielded from the abutters on all sides. Is that correct, Tim?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And also we have Gage Moran from Weston and Sampson, as well as Megan Kearns on with us as well today.
Okay.
Any questions you might have on the design?
Okay.
Yep, and we have the PDF that we can share. If there are any specific questions, we can zoom in or go over things in more detail. So just let us know if you guys have any immediate questions or concerns.
Margaret?
I have a question, and it's only because of I don't think it matters in what you're doing, but I'm wondering because it says here that you use I guess iron pipes. Is that iron pipes, are they coated with anything, or is it just plain, it's not PCV, it's iron? And I'm just curious why you're using iron piping.
Margaret, so we are using ductile iron pipes for the process piping and the 36-inch contact loop. I think actually I'm not allowed. It says host disabled screen sharing, but if you have the plan, so ductile iron pipe is kind of one of the industry standards. It is cement lined on the inside, and on the outside is like a black coating to protect against corrosion, or some soils are acidic, so there's protection there. They're 5 feet or lower, buried beneath the frost line, and anywhere where the pipe is above that, for instance, there's a part where it will come out of the building and then 90-degree down to the ground. That will be fit with a insulated jacket of foam board and aluminum and heat wrap.
Okay, I wondered about that. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Thank you, Margaret.
By the way,
please-
you can share now.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Is it okay if I share my screen with
Sure,
everyone?
that's fine.
Please,
fine.
yeah.
And please let the record show that Nick Cyclepatis is present.
So, as Tim was talking about, this is the existing Old Westport Road building here, water treatment plant, with the 6 green sand vessels to remove iron and manganese inside. And currently there's a 4-inch ductile iron main that is for backwash drain down, and then a 10-inch line for backwash waste that goes out to 3 lagoons back here. Can you guys see my cursor?
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Yes.
Okay. So the proposed project is to add in a 16 by 16 foot addition here, an 88,000 gallons above ground storage tank, which would be glass fused steel. And that will hold the volume to backwash all 6 green sand vessels. And the reason for this is because currently backwashing is done with what we call finished water or treated drinking water. And it causes flow reversals in the system. It can cause some complications with the chemical feed injection. And it's just something we want to avoid. So we're going to have a dedicated backwash supply tank here that is fed with some 2 15 horsepower pumps in this new pump building here on the corner. And then the contact loop that Tim was talking about to achieve 4-log inactivation of viruses and bacteria. Water will be go through all the green sand vessels and then be pumped out here, and it will expand to a big 36-inch ductile iron water main, and that will slow the velocity down and allow chlorine to have enough contact time with the treated or the filtered water to get 4-log, to achieve 4-log disinfection or inactivation of viruses. So it will kind of, the water will kind of slowly just go around this loop at a very low velocity, just for chlorine to have enough time to contact the filtered water and then tie back into the distribution center or distribution system. So those are the two big parts of this project. To fill the tank, there is a 8-inch line that will connect to the pumps, and then altitude valve will automatically fill the tank based on the water level in the tank at the time. And yeah, and it just that's what this project is about, is to 4-log disinfection and then a dedicated backwash supply for the green sand vessels. If there's any questions on that, I'm more than happy to expand on anything there.
Okay.
Tim, I have a question for Tim. Tim, when all this is said and done, we're gonna be able to bring in how many more wells, 2 or 3? That
We
we're
currently
using now.
have 3 wells that are offline. But one of them is it's more of a tannin issue, which this wouldn't help. So it'll bring 2 wells that are down back online.
And Tim, is this gonna help us stop buying so much water from New Bedford and paying so much money?
Yeah, every little bit more that we can produce ourselves, helps with our productivity and less water that we have to purchase, especially in the summertime when usage is high, and we have to shut down other wells due to the river levels of the Pascamincy. So.
Thanks, Tim.
You're welcome.
This question goes out to Tim or the engineer. Are there what new type of either chemicals or batteries are going to be part of this solution, and how are they going to be stored?
So there is no new chemicals being added. There is currently chemical injection in the building already. That we might just relocate them, but nothing new in terms of chemicals. No new chemical
Okay.
use as part of this.
And oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And no, there'll be some electrical work to power. There's going to be two 15 horsepower pumps in here. So there'll be some electrical work, but no batteries or anything. And I think part of this project will be a new boiler as well to make it more energy efficient for the whole water treatment plant.
Just out of curiosity, what happens if during the winter we have winter nor'easter and we lose power?
There is a generator in this water treatment plant, and that would kick on and keep things running as they should. Tim, you can
Got it.
correct me if I'm wrong there or expand on that.
Yes, yep. We go to generator power in a failure, and and hopefully all the stations and everything continue to operate. We've had generators go down as well, so we try to maintain all the generators so they can function during an emergency. So.
Okay, very good. Any other questions from the board? Okay. So can I have a motion to approve the site plan review for 579 Old Westport Road?
Moved.
Motion made by
Second.
Kevin Estes. Do I have a second by Margaret
Second.
Sweet?
Mhm.
Yeah. All in favor, Kevin Estes,
Yes.
Margaret Sweet,
Yes,
Nick Cyclepatis,
Yes.
Kevin Mello, yes. Okay, very good, everyone. Thank you for coming.
thank you.
Before
Good
we
luck
leave,
with the-
I just wanted to say, Tim, thank you very much for bringing this before us for site plan review.
Absolutely. Thanks for hearing us.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Yeah, I
Bye,
appreciate everyone's time. Thank you very much.
Have a good night.
You too.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Kevin, sorry I was late, bud.
No, no worries. Technical difficulties. So really, that was our only agenda item. I see that Ross put out of habit, zoning board of appeals, subcommittee reports, planners reports, chairman's report. We don't really have anything. Margaret does have the topic of under old business, because I know we've discussed it at some point, but the solar farms in the governor trying to take control over at the state level. I think we'd be better served to talk about it when we both all read up on it, Margaret, or
Oh, I
are you?
absolutely agree. I just sent that in so Ross could get that to everyone.
Yeah,
As, you know what we're supposed to do. So I
Yeah.
just sent it in so that the next planning board meeting, we might want to discuss it because I think it's kind of important.
I did read, and I was a little bit comforted in reading what you sent, stating that we have 12 months to act on it.
Right.
So I feel that Dartmouth acts on things rather quickly compared to many other disaster stories that I've heard. So that took the edge off. I'm not saying it makes it right with me, but it does take the edge off. So we will ask that be put on the full agenda for our next full meeting, which will be August 29th.
August 29th?
August 29th at this point will be our
Okay.
next full, and by then we should have our new board member all sworn in.
Good.
Quick question, didn't we agree that it'd be the 19th?
I don't have a calendar. Let me,
Just so we don't get tripped up.
maybe it was.
I'm almost certain, I brought up my absence, somebody else
Right.
brought up something, and we agreed to push it.
Yes, you are
Monday,
correct.
the
You're right,
19th.
the 19th.
The
You're right,
19th.
Nick.
Yep. So at that meeting, Ross will be out, but we will still hopefully have our full board meeting on that day.
Let me be professional about this. Mr. Chair, are you advising that I stay in Greece until August 28th?
That would be okay with me. I just don't tell your wife I said it.
I don't go anywhere without her, you know that.
Well, hey, you know what? Maybe I should fly over for that last week, send her home and I'll come visit.
We are in a meeting.
All right, so with that, how about agenda item number 3?
I'm guessing you want a motion to adjourn?
Yes, please.
I couldn't even open that up, so I'll make that motion.
Okay,
I'll
Second,
second.
I
go
think
ahead,
Kevin
Kevin.
beat you there. So, Nick Cyclepatis to adjourn, Kevin Estes second, all in favor, Nick Cyclepatis,
Yes.
Kevin Estes,
yes.
Margaret Sweet,
Yes.
Kevin Mello, yes.
Night.
Thanks
Hey,
for
have-
Night, everyone.
night,
doing
guys.
this, everyone. Thank you.
Night.
Bye.